There's something in it.
All right, we're gonna make some pumpkin spice cold process soap. All right, so see that shows the viewers right here, Bella, peek in so everybody can see you.
Hi.
Hey! We're gonna make soap. This is our first video. We do have some videos that we have not uploaded yet, but hopefully we will get them up soon. And this is Isabella. Everybody say hey, Bella. And Isabella's 11, and she loves to make soap. And she will be making soap with me.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to see any of some of our other soap creations, you can just check us out on Bella Essentials on Facebook.
Yes. So, yep. So today, the fragrance that we're using is Pleasingly Pumpkin by Nature's Garden. And so, anyways, we are excited to make our second fall soap of the season. So we have our fragrance oil all measured out in here. And here's our oils, and our lye solution is here. And we're gonna get blending in just a minute. We've got some really cute embeds that we're gonna be putting on the top, some little pumpkin embeds. And while we're waiting for the piping to set up, we're going to kind of just dust these with some shimmer, make them nice and shiny. Yeah. All right.
Do you want me to tell them the plan of the soap?
Yep, go ahead.
So we have these like 17.5 bar soap molds that we got from Richard Soap. Yeah, 18 bar. And pretty much our plan is that we're gonna have the base color orange, and then like a white and a green accent color. And we're just gonna do an in the pot swirl. So it'll be really pretty and swirly on the inside.
Yes, and so we're just gonna do a little bit of white just to kind of add some dimension in there, and a little bit of green. And we know that the fragrance does discolor, but that's all right. We're just gonna go with it since it's fall. And all right, let's see. Hang on, I just want to see if
I don't think it works.
Okay, it's all right. Okay, well, it says that we have viewers, but we're just kind of waiting to see. Okay, well, and we have our cup set up for our piping, and we are going to use for the piping a Wilton 6B. And we love this tip because it has some really great ridges on it, and kind of makes it look like ice cream.
Yeah. And then the next tip we are using is a Wilton 2. It's just like a small circle tip. It says Coria.
What are we going to do with that one?
We're going to make some vines on the soap, and we also have another tip over there. Oh, right here. And it's a Wilton 6-7 tip. It's just a leaf tip. So we're going to make some leaves and vines on the top.
And just so you know, that says it's in Korea. Yeah, Wilton 67, this one is. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I think the viewer is us. I think that's just like us.
No, because it went off and then came back on. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. We were kind of waiting to see if who's going to hop on, so we're just going to just start getting prepped here and just cleaned up, and then Isabella is going to blend the oils. She's going to start blending the oils and the lye a little bit, and then I'm going to help her finish it up. And then we're gonna get going, and we're gonna do it in the pot swirl. All right. So this will be the pot that we'll do it in the
Yeah,
pot.
we just have a
early.
big red bucket that we're using.
And then we have these super cute. Look how cute these are. Oh my goodness.
Yes, we have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yep.
We have purple ones, pink ones.
They're just like cute little monsters. And we got them at AC Moore. I think it was like $1 a piece or something. And right now, I don't know if they're from last year or I think they were from last year. But they're just super cute. And I know the image is like, it'll end up coming off, which who cares because then it doesn't look like Halloween anymore. But anyways, so Isabella might have to skedaddle after a little bit because it is a school night. And so, all right. Let's see. All right. And here is our kitchen blender. It is a KitchenAid. We love this one. It's nice and quiet.
And it blends really nice.
It does a really good job. It's kind of a robin eggs blue. And so we really, really enjoy that one. I'm gonna put it around the coffee pot maybe. Can you reach okay? Let me move this out of the way.
Do you want to move the fragrance off so it doesn't tip over?
Yeah, move that out of the way. But this
Yeah,
Pleasingly Pumpkin, before she gets started, I heard a lot of reviews that said that it really doesn't smell like pumpkin, that it smells more like spice, and it does. I smell a lot of pumpkin pie type spices, but I do smell pumpkin in there too. So it's just not as strong, but you can't take smelling it out of the bottle. You can't just take that it's going to smell exactly like that, because once it's in the soap and it saponifies, it is going to change a little bit. That happened to the key lime pie. We did a key lime pie, and then we did vanilla sandalwood, and last night we did vanilla sandalwood and maple. And
when the key lime scent, when you smelled it out of the bottle, it just pretty much smelled like fresh limes. But when it after a week or two, it kind of, you really smelled that pie crust kind of baked smell. So now it smells like a key lime pie. Before it just smelled like limes. So.
But and then on the top, once we're done piping, we're gonna add a little shimmer gold mica powder.
Riley, is that you? Just joking.
I don't know if I have the questions turned off or not, but if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll answer it. I'm not really sure. I can't really see. Okay. All right. Live chat. All messages are visible. None. Okay. All right. We haven't done a live on YouTube before. Okay, so it's on live chat. Okay, so it says that if anybody had anything they wanted to say or questions, that it would show up. So I'm not sure. All right, should be good. All right. All right, just blending up the oils really good. We need some music going or something. I actually like the view of this. I have the camera on this craft lazy Susan, so we can so we can see really well. All right.
We've already mixed the oils up anyway. So.
Okay. Are you ready? All right. So we're just gonna pour the lye solution. This is our water and lye mixed together, and we're just gonna kind of pour it down the stick blender, just really so it doesn't splash and cause a lot of bubbles or anything. But limit the amount of bubbles if possible. All right, there we go.
Let's give it a quick stir.
And of course we are using safety precautions. We have gloves, we have sleeves on, we have goggles on. Good job.
Takes
I
longer.
wish y'all could kind of see what she's doing in here. Okay, you're doing a good job. We can bring everybody up to see what you're doing. Okay. These out a little bit.
You want to mix now?
Okay.
It's almost done being mixed.
Yeah, you did a great job. All right. A little rougher, I think.
So for our green color, we are mixing all of our colorants are from Nurture Soap that we're using today. So the first green is Green Vibrance from Nurture Soap. And then we'll be mixing that with New Leaf Mica from Nurture Soap. This one's like more limey and kind of more yellow toned and glittery, and this one just kind of like a green, really pretty green color.
Where's my spatula?
And then for our base color, we're using orange, just Orange Vibrance. It's very orange and bright. So since the fragrance oil does this color just a little bit, the orange will turn a little bit more brown toned, which that's okay. It's a really bright orange, but it doesn't look like that on camera, but it's okay. It's like super, super bright in there. And then for the white, we are just mixing titanium dioxide, TD, with water.
All right, you ready for me? Here you go, here.
Okay.
All right.
And we did mix those greens with some of the base oil. So we kind of found out that it helps the color disperse really nicely. So.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do some for our white because we don't need a whole lot of white. We want more orange, don't we? Well,
Yeah, we do want a lot, so.
I'll just do, yeah. It's going to be so pretty. So who's excited about fall? Oh my goodness. I can't quit talking about it. I love it. I'm thrilled. Even though it's not really here yet, technically. So I kind of want this to be very white. So I'm not going to put any fragrance into the white. We're going to just put it into the other two. So the titanium dioxide's going in here, and that is going to be our white. And I'll buzz that up in just a second. But I need the orange. So we need quite a bit of this. Make it nice and bright. Okay.
I'm going to actually get the green ready. Yeah, I'll actually wait just a little bit.
I'm just mixing this a little bit with the spatula just to get the mica kind
Don't
of
we to show them
incorporated.
Okay.
I'll show them pouring it in the mold and everything. I think we can hold them when we scoot the molds closer.
Yeah, we can just take turns holding the camera for the molds. So definitely for the colors, we definitely have to mix it with the... What's that called?
Kitchen blender.
Yeah.
The immersion blender.
Yeah, the immersion blender. But if you want your colors to be more liquidy, I would recommend just mixing it really, really well with a spatula.
Well, we like to blend in our fragrance oil by hand every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the color.
Yeah, and then I said the fragrance oil with the spatula.
All right, that's good enough for this. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
I was gonna let you do it.
Yeah, I'm doing the green.
Okay. I just bring it over here so I don't drip it on. Okay. Shake it.
No.
Okay. You don't need much, just a little bit. Good job. Good job.
You just
There you
switch here. I can take it off.
You can move it closer that way so we can. The cord doesn't want to reach.
It's heavier than it looks.
Yep. All right. I'm just going to move this over toward you, and I'll blend up the white. I'm just going to rinse this off really quickly in the sink over here. Alright. Get some of that green off.
It's all green.
Out of the way. Okay, are you ready to mix in the
Yep.
fragrance oil? Okay, don't want to get tangled up here. Okay, so I'm going to do the white, and do you want to go ahead and start pouring that?
Let's start with the orange.
It's probably, yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, just remember, we're not putting any in here, so just a little bit. Don't make it, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's enough. Wow, it smells so good. Loving it. So, good job. Well, you guys are seeing this is our first video going up, so.
I wonder who's watching.
I have a feeling I know. Okay. They're not saying anything.
Really?
Okay. Okay. Did you mix this one in yet?
Yeah, I did.
You did really well?
Oh, no, not the green.
Okay.
Not
So
the
we didn't
green.
mix that one in either.
I know.
Yeah, we gotta get them all mixed up.
Here.
And then
These
we're gonna go
colors
ahead
are
and
really
get the
bright.
drop swirl going. Our molds.
We got a rag just to,
Cause
in case we see any droplets, we make any messes.
yeah, which I'm kind of prone to doing. And so this green right here, this is the green Vibrance mixed with New Leaf.
I showed it.
So it looks dark, but it's gonna morph back. But the thing is, because the fragrance oil is will discolor, it's gonna end up being kind of darker anyway. So I know Bella had already said that, but
Well, I showed them the orange when I said that, but not
yeah.
green. This orange is so pretty.
All right, here you mix that one. Let me finish mixing
one's-
that one up, and then we'll
With
get
the
it
bigger
poured
bucket,
in.
it's a little bit easier to mix.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room.
Okay, and then you can pour the green in, and what we're gonna do
No,
is we're gonna pour in both the white and the green in here. And we're gonna pour almost all of it in on each side.
Show them our swirl.
I know. It's just hard to do it while we're. Okay, I think this is incorporated really well.
It is, yeah.
Okay. So you go ahead and start with that
Do you want me to
one.
hold the camera? And then.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So we're just gonna
Okay.
pour in different sections.
Go ahead. There you go.
Maybe pour all.
One, two, do three. One over here and one over there. And then I'll go ahead and do the white. And please? Okay.
I'll add
One
more
more in
after.
there.
And add more green.
And then one more.
Yeah.
And then we'll just scrape it out on top. That's good right there.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the rest can be for the top.
And then white. I'm so excited to see what this looks like. Oh my goodness.
We definitely
Like,
want some white for the tops then. Just swirly, swirly. Okay. We haven't done it in the pot swirl like a long time. So.
yeah, we have it. All right, so Bella, why don't you take the spatula and just kind of cut through, like stick it in the middle,
Yeah.
and then cut around.
Get to the bottom too. Okay.
Here, let me get my quick hand. feel like we need to kind of get in. Okay. In the middle. Okay. We don't want it to turn brown on us, but look how cool this is going to look.
Unable to connect. Okay.
Right, let's shimmy these down real quick.
I think it's on live. Okay, so this is what they look like. They're really swirled. It's really pretty.
Let's shimmy it.
Okay.
Now we just gotta scrape them out.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I got Dad's legs. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Good job now.
It had some bad connection there. Okay.
So we're just scraping out the bucket, getting it all in the mold. It smells like something, like a
really
candle,
does smell like
or
cinnamon.
like a candle or something that we've burned before.
It smells
It's really nice
good.
and strong. I love it. You definitely get out of, like right now, I smell mostly the spice part of it and a little bit of pumpkin. But I feel like the warmer part of it always comes after, like by the next day or the day after. That's what happened to the key lime and the blueberry and the watermelon.
They definitely did not accelerate, so that's good.
It didn't accelerate, but we did do a very, hang on, let's see, not yet. We definitely did a very fast, we're just banging these down. All right, we need to, hang on, let me bang it down over here. All right, bang down.
The green's definitely thicker because it's pretty much low, but that's good.
But it's still pretty loose. There you go. I'm just gonna finish scraping out this bucket because there's still quite a bit in here. I feel like Bella, yours needs more.
Oh no, the green's gonna get hidden.
Okay.
Who is that Riley?
Oh, I think it's Riley or Brenda.
I feel like it is.
Well, right now we don't. All right. I can't wait to see what the inside looks like. The swirls are going to be so good. We just didn't want them to get too muddled because what would happen if you mixed orange and brown, Belle? What do you think would happen?
It
What
would
color?
turn to like copper, like an ugly, kind of like, well not ugly, it would just be like kind of like a reddish brown color.
Yeah, I think it would be like brown.
Dark, really, yeah, it would be kind of like a
Not a
brown.
pretty brown.
In this tan.
I have a feeling it would not be a pretty brown. Pretty orangish brownish.
They're brown.
Alright. Okay. So we have our white, we have our green. So while you're doing that, Bella, I'll do the white. get your arm in there.
I'm trying to get...
Ah! All right, and then we'll just get some chopsticks or skewers and... Watch your elbow, Bubba.
I am.
Just gonna kind of
Okay.
put it on one side here.
You want to get some white in that space right there.
Oh, your elbow is there, so here we
I'm
go.
gonna get some dowels so we can swirl it.
But like Isabella said, she has a Facebook, and we've made quite a few YouTube videos, but we've had a hard time getting them edited. So we're hoping to get them up soon, right, Isabella? And our first video we actually had ready, what was it, July 4th or something? And we didn't end up able to get it up. We had a hard time with the editing. So if any of you guys have great ideas and you have a great editing app that's free or cheap,
I wish
let
this
us
was all the
know.
top. That would be so pretty. Okay, wait. Here, I'm gonna bring you in for a close up.
Hang on, wait, let me get this off.
To get yours swirled. I like.
I kind of start
I'm gonna tap it down so that green isn't sticking up. Sorry about the noise. Because sometimes when you pipe, there's gonna be a big green glob in the middle of the piping.
Where's our rag? Here it is. Okay.
One more swirl.
Can you hand me one too, Ben?
I'll give you one.
Where is it at? Huh?
Where'd it go?
I don't have one.
It's that right there.
I don't have it. It's gone. All right. Can you get me one though, so before it gets hard?
Yeah, I break you one.
Hurry, it's getting hard. That's all right. Made me one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of do some figure eights.
Here. Now I'll bring you in for a close up.
Even though we're not really gonna see it.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh my god.
What happened? What happened there?
I'm sorry. I turned the camera around. Okay.
Was it your dad? Or was it your
Yeah,
face?
it's Dad.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Let me swirl it some.
Oh, wow.
Wait, but we're gonna do some piping on the top, so you really won't see
You're
this.
not gonna see this, but it's fun for us.
Here we go. Okay.
I was like, what happened?
Wait. There we go.
He doesn't mind. We'll have to rewatch it to see how hilarious it is.
No, it was really funny. It was like a split second though. It was funny.
Well, that's what you get.
No, he
We're
loved
trying to
it.
sneak in it. Sneak in the video. That's so funny. All right. That's great. Okay. Hang on, let's
It's
see if we can.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get all this
So
stuff off.
this is the orange we have, and since the orange in these embeds kind of morphed to a little bit weird orange, we're gonna dust some of this bright orange on top of it just to make it a little bit more shimmery and nice. And we'll do that while our piping and soap will be setting. So you can
Here,
just
put it
kind
in the
of
frame right there.
get a little bit on the paintbrush. Tap it
And
off.
just do it on the don't do it on the
Let me
parts
see
that would be darker. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like just the lines that pop, the bumps that come up.
So just kind of, oh, sorry. Put on these little pumps. I can't see, but anyway, that's what it looks a little bit better.
Right, I'm just gonna bang this down just a little bit more.
Oh gosh.
Making sure. There.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
set it once
there's already whole
I'm gonna set it once I put some
air
of
bubbles
this
coming
on
up.
there.
I didn't see any I wonder if it's just from swirling.
Where do you want me to set this?
Just leave it in there. It's fine.
Some of them are going to get redone. But
I hate banging them so loud, but it really helps get rid of the air bubbles. It helps a lot. Get them all out. Okay, there's that one. Okay, loud enough. Okay.
I feel like we're on Facebook, not YouTube.
Alright.
This one's going to be extra shimmery.
So you guys are going to have to go on our Facebook page and Instagram. Belle Essentials Handmade is her Instagram page. And so you have to go on there and see the cut tomorrow.
You don't have to, but you want to.
If you would like to.
Because that's the best part. Oops.
Yeah, we're always so excited to see what the cut looks like on the inside.
I wish this was the low top. That would be so pretty.
Well, we need your dad to make us a tall and skinny mold. I'm just not sure it would be even.
I don't think he's capable of. I don't think he'll be capable of doing that.
Oh, really?
Mm.
So here is. Let's see if we can kind of show it. And it's just a little swirled. There's no need for it, but we just we're
but some
covering
of
it
these
with
aren't even
piping.
going to get painted with some of this and some are.
There we go. But what we'll do is there's a little tiny bit of a rim of green room. And what I like to do is take some of the piping while it's still liquidy and just barely pour it over there. And that way it fills all in all the gaps and it makes an easy kind of surface to pipe on.
Oops, I already did this one, but okay.
All right, so now we need to go ahead and blend the piping up. So we'll set these aside since we're done with the colorants. I'll move these out of the way. We've never done a live before. I guess we need followers, but we'll get some. It's hard when you don't have any videos yet. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off.
I'm going to bring you in for a close-up once I've done painting these so you can see the nice shimmer on them. Hopefully you won't see Dad. They're so shimmery. We just got a normal paintbrush, so they work perfectly. So I'm gonna push stems fell off.
So, our original idea was to make soap dough pumpkins and put them on the top. I melt and pour is easy and it's fun, but I don't like that they sweat sometimes. And so we were gonna do soap dough, and so we got these cute little kits at Walmart in the aisle with like all the fondant and wedding stuff, and it's for fondant, but there's a little book in there with like really cool ideas, and there's a fondant roller, a paintbrush, There's a foam, piece of foam to make them on, but you can use this for soap dough, obviously. And then behind here actually is a little plastic textured mat, which is really neat. So this is what they look like. Little rolling pin.
Yeah, this rubber part is probably very helpful. And then this little sculpting tool.
It helps you keep it to a certain thickness.
It's a little bit sharp. It's kind of like a butter knife.
Yeah, just to shape it with. But these were $1 each. They're normally like $8 to $10, and like I said, it has a book in there with all kinds of ideas in it. But for $1, I mean, go get you some. So this has a neat tool. So right now, even at Walmart, they have a pack of 3 tools for like $8.99, or you can get this for $1.
Snatch.
Okay, just make sure not to get in the little deep ridges right there.
Oh, I was just painting the whole thing.
That's what I'm telling you. So that way it just highlights the outside. Just
It doesn't matter.
See
the
how
whole thing is highlighted.
well now it is, yes.
Doesn't matter.
But see these 3 bumps? 1, 2, 3. Just do a stripe down there. All right, ready? I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up so we can get started, get the piping thick enough.
Almost done with these. Okay, one more. Almost done.
Okay.
Okay. I'll bring you in for a close-up to see how shimmery these are. They're really, really shiny. There we go. Look how shiny those are. It looks pretty brown on camera for some reason, but they're a bright orange. And it's really pretty. My hands are really, really pretty. Oh, my hands are covered in dust.
My hands are really, really pretty.
But this is what they look like. And they are so pretty. Look how shimmery. Look at that shine. I don't know why they look
Nobody
brown.
watching you, Bear.
They left.
I told you it wasn't me.
So I had to be Georgia.
No,
No,
George has been
no.
asleep because I went in her room. She
No.
got mad at me.
Okay.
Nobody's in there.
Probably was you because it ended.
It wasn't
before you
me.
came downstairs.
It's still live for me, and it's gonna replay later.
I swear it wasn't me.
Yeah. So even
Okay.
if nobody's watching, you gotta keep going because it's gonna be on our channel later.
Just gonna clean up a little bit and clean my hands off because I want everything covered in orange. Oh, my hands
Bucket
smell
is
good.
like
Is
literally
amazing.
filled to the brim.
That soap is amazing.
Aww.
Nice and shimmery. Good job.
That soap is gorgeous. I love it.
It's gonna look really
I
good.
have to get me a little piece of that.
Look how orange it looks. Like it looks super orange.
And I like how the orange didn't mix with the green too much.
And then when the fragrance oil is gonna change it kind of brownish, so it'll be like this pretty, like deeper orange. It's gonna be very pumpkin-y. Watch your hair, honey.
Hi, nobody. No, I'm kidding.
So Isabella started Bella Essentials, That's what her business is called. About 2 years ago. So she was 9 years old, and she wanted to start making bath products to help pay for her gymnastics competitions and her gymnastics camp. And so she started making bath bombs and bubble bars and things like that, and they did really well. So then we decided to start cold process soaps. It'd been something that I always thought was wonderful, and Isabella really wanted to do. So we started that, and we've really enjoyed it. And so it's kind of a mother-daughter thing, and she could easily do it on her own. But for safety, obviously, reasons, we do it together, and it's kind of a team effort.
Same with rubbing alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
So we used to have 91% rubbing alcohol. And just spritz it real quick. And it's really, really pretty because it makes it shiny. That's not the only reason, of course. Not really. Okay.
So actually, we can put some fragrance oil in here, but it's gonna discolor it. So maybe we shouldn't, because it's gonna match that white. What do you think? What do you want to do?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. You're the queen. You're the mini queen. You get to make the decision. Okay. I guess I could have put the titanium dioxide in the lye solution. I probably should have done that. Didn't think about that. Ooh, who hates this noise?
Please, no. Don't.
Sounds like something off a horror movie. Sorry. Plastic spoon plus titanium dioxide. When I see all those people with the little squirt bottles that they shake up, and it has the little balls in there. Oh, we so need to do that. I think about it every time. We need to get that. We need to get it. So we don't have to do this. It'll settle on the bottom. The titanium dioxide will settle on the bottom, and so. Wait. It's really full,
I know,
so
I'm
just
not
be
mixing.
careful.
I'm just moving out the way.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I so appreciate that. There you go. Just do it slow. You got it. Here, I'm going to pull it up so everybody can see.
Those bubbles there.
Little air bubble. Just move it around a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go, real slow. So satisfying. So far, here's the soap. We just did a fun design on it.
Yeah, you finished fixing it.
Just for pretties. I'll just scrape down. It all scrape down, but we want to get this thick quick so we can. There's lots of bubbles in it, so we can get it piped. So the plan is we're going to use that really decorative tip I showed you. Was that the 1B? I can't remember. I think it's the
6B.
6B. Is that you sure? And
I
I'm going to leave it a little bit liquidy, pour some across the top of it, and then we're going to pipe. It sounds like there's like a million bubbles.
Wilton 6B, it's just like a wide guest star tip. Truly, it makes them really, really pretty, I think.
Yeah. And so then we're gonna use that and we're gonna, I was thinking maybe about doing some snail trails all the way across it. Doing something totally different, and I just thought it would be something different. I haven't done that yet, and I'll show you when it's time to hike exactly what it looks like. All right, so there's
Wow,
that.
everything looks so much better without these glasses on.
It looks better.
Everything looks a little bit kind of like foggy.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of scrape some of this off. I think we're done with this. All right, I think we're done with this. So Isabella is one of 4 daughters, and so there was a couple of them in and out of here earlier. You want to stir that, and I will get
One.
container, easy container border.
There was one of them.
Georgia and
Oh, Riley was in here.
Georgia and Riley were both in here. And Georgia's getting ready to go to college on Friday. And so that's been a whole ordeal. Getting her ready. Just everything emotionally. Probably more for me than her. Too much village.
Oh.
No. Alright, let's get this rag. Okay. Okay, so I am just going to kind of drizzle this down. And then I'm going to take spatula or spatula.
Here, I got a mini one right here.
And do it. That's okay. I like this one. And I'm just gonna kind of get it into those
Here, I'll do this one.
grooves.
This one has a lot of empty spaces.
Yeah,
here.
good idea. Go ahead. We're just kind of pushing it into the corners lightly. Well, I am, while Bella's pouring that one. Our house is really gonna smell like fall.
Oh my gosh. Ah. Oops. I'm so excited for fall. Got a little bit too much right there, but that's okay. Because I needed more right beside it. Okay. And if I need to add more, I can. Probably need more, but some in a certain spot. I hate it when it gets up on the sides. Oh,
I understand. I just did that.
it's really annoying. Probably need some more up in that corner right there. Get it
Oh,
off
yeah.
the top.
Here you go. I'll pour.
Okay.
So you don't need it on the top of it. Just
Yeah, that's
where
just gonna scrape it off. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because I can scrape some
There
off
you
there.
go. All right.
That's a little too much, actually.
Watch your hand.
It's gonna
No,
scrape
you're
some.
fine. That's totally fine. Just
I'm filling in the corners
fill
real
in
quick.
the gappy gaps.
It's really important to get these corners nice and even. Because
Yes.
we don't want the corners getting smushed.
I think it just bugs me more than anything. I don't think anybody else probably cares as much as we do.
But it's just like knowing that the corners are messed up is.
It's so aesthetically pleasing to have a nice square-ish soap. Very, very pleasing. There you go.
Pour the rest back into.
You go. Hang on, baby.
I'm just scraping
I think you
this.
need a little bit more over here.
Where?
Like, no, don't do that. Here.
No,
No.
okay.
Okay.
It didn't need that much at all.
Okay.
If I pour it, it'll be too much. See?
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Just needs to kind of move down into the gap.
Okay.
A little bit more right here. I know you're worried about overdoing it, but don't worry. I just want to even Steven. Like I want to even with the top of the grain, so it's as much as we can anyway. It'll make it much easier when we pipe it. What about over here in this corner? I put it
That corner's full.
right here. Okay. Just gonna bounce it. Doesn't need to be perfect. I know that, but I want it to
It's
look
good right here.
There
Right
you
here.
go.
Yeah, I don't.
Everything good?
Yep.
All right.
Then here.
And let me
Should I just leave this in here?
get a new napkin paper towel. I can't. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. There's our cups. Now it's there. Deep breaths. Okay. So I'm just gonna take this. Isabella, I think it's time for you to go ahead and skedaddle. We've had a huge thunderstorm here tonight. Just a little bit ago. It was so bad. When we were at the grocery store earlier, I didn't know if we were going to be able to get out. It was so bad. The thunder and lightning was horrible. It was just downpouring. But then it just stops and a beautiful rainbow came out. It was gorgeous.
And lightning even 10 times worse.
Yeah, yep. And then by the time we got home, a little bit later, it started up again.
It was terrible.
But
Especially the lightning.
so I was worried. Our area floods really, really easily, and I was more concerned that because if we actually get out of school, probably just as much for flooding as we do for any kind of snow. Because we're in Virginia, and Virginians just are not prepared for, you know, a lot of snow like Michigan or. Good night, baby. Love you. All right, Bella's heading out. But please, please visit her on Facebook under Bella Essentials. Belle. Bella, you tell the rest.
BELLESSENTIALS.
Yeah. Do it a little bit louder.
BELLESSENTIALS.
Bella Essentials. All right.
Essentials.
So, yes, please visit her page. Yep, bye for now.
Someone
For
says
you.
that.
For
Who
you.
Who says that? Somebody says that on YouTube.
Oh, somebody says that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Bye for now? I don't know.
Somebody. I don't know.
Well, for you, bye for now. Okay. I know that was insanely loud, but.
Bye.
Okay. And we will definitely have some more videos coming up for sure. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to let it set up just like you would like piping cupcakes or frosting cupcakes. I think it's just so much easier to do a live because not that we're like prepared, but mainly because the editing and all of that. But I don't really care for sitting and watching people when they don't edit it. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. This is our very first video. Alright. So this frosting has to set up for quite a while. Oh, there's some green. A little bit of green got in there and I just can't have it. Okay. A little bit of other colors are getting in there. So we're just gonna let this sit for however long it takes to set up, I guess. I know my husband's dying to make a soap. So definitely want to get him out there and make a soap. Okay, so now I'm just popping the rest of these out. These are just a pumpkin mold that we got last year from the Dollar Tree. I've always been big on buying all these ice cube trays because we like to have a lot of parties and get-togethers and dinners and things. We used to a lot more than we do now, but so I always buy all of these things, and these were brand new. I had never used them before. They're a little larger than some I had seen, so they're kind of big. You can see, so they're kind of fat, so I'm not really sure how, like that's, let me see if you can even, so like that's an inch. So it's like, I don't even know if you can see that, but that's bigger than an inch. So they're gonna get cut unless I put them sideways. So anyway, I'll figure it out, but yeah. So anyways, these are really neat. I love these little ice cube trays. But this year, I'm gonna tell you what, I have been on the lookout for molds, and a lot of times when you're on Amazon or some of these other soaping websites, websites, they want to charge like $8 for something that I paid $1 for, and that's just such a ripoff. So I'm all about repurposing stuff. This will never get used for food or chocolate or anything again. It's only for soap. And you guys that have made soap or do any kind of crafting, you know that it ends up taking up your whole house and all of your stuff. And if you're really into it, a lot of your time. And but we love it. We love making soap and bath bombs and bubble bars and body scrubs and lip scrubs and chapsticks. So that's been great. We've had a really good time doing all of that and making all these wonderful things. Okay, this is getting a little bit thicker, just a little bit. when you're piping, just kind of like piping, frosting a cake, or you know, some people probably frost it like this, where it has a little bit of give in it. But so I'm actually going to start putting in the piping bag. I'm going to stir it a little bit more, and then I'm going to go ahead and start, because I have found that when you start with when you start piping, before you know it, it is set up and you're doing the next layer. There's been a couple of times where I have fought with a piping bag to squeeze out, because it is so, it's set up so much that it's really hard to squeeze out. But like when you're piping, when you're frosting cupcakes, the heat from your hands will loosen it so much. But it's not always like that with soap. So I've heard people say they can put it in the microwave or this, that, and the other. But when I set up my, I've never done that. But I set up my bag. I don't always put a coupler on there. So with this one, I put a coupler just so I can do the green with. But this one I didn't. And that reminds me, I didn't put any green. I didn't put any in there for the green. I need a little bit of green. Okay. Alright, so I need a clean bucket, which right now is hard to come by. So, here we go. Clean. So, I'm going to get some of this in here so I can clear it. And I don't need a lot, because this is only going to be for the green vines and the leaves. And I really don't think I even need that much. Okay. Now I need the green. Green vibrance. Now I just need my little bitty spatula. Maybe I'll put them, here we go. So I am just stirring up this green. It's actually getting looser. Sometimes that can happen. Could be the colorant, sometimes that happens. So let's see. Put a little bit more. I want them nice and green. Add a little bit of this. I'm adding a little bit of the new leaf mica too, just because we did it in the soap, the base of the soap. So I want to make sure it matches. But because it has so much titanium dioxide in it, and I didn't separate it first, because I didn't separate it first, it is going to be hard to get to the right color. That's all right. All right. Now I'm just going to go ahead, just kind of blend this up a little bit. I just don't want a bunch of specks in it, so I want to try and get it blended as well as I can. Get it off the sides here. All right, that is probably more than good enough. Okay. Attach our stick blender. By the way, this stick blender I actually got at Target. It was on sale, but it also had a, if you guys have the Target app, it's called Cartwheel. And so it was on the Cartwheel app on sale. So that was a really good deal. I'm all about some sales. And you have 4 daughters. You have to be. Meanwhile, I'm over here making a mess. I think this is done. Alright. Just going to rinse off the stick blender. Just falling apart now. I just like to make sure all my stuff is nice and clean because it makes for less mess later. So while I'm waiting for any kind of piping to set up, that's typically what I'm doing. But Isabella really wants to do tall and skinny soaps. She loves the high top ones too, but so I'm trying to get somebody to make, I think my husband said he would earlier, make her a tall and skinny mold. But we want an extra long one. It's just more convenient. And then I don't have a slab cutter. We don't have a slab cutter, so it'd be so much better not to have to spend, you know, I know it's an investment, but it'd just be easier not to have to do that. All right. Buy a slab mold and, all right, so I can wait a minute on this. But I'll go ahead and start on this. Okay. These nice big cups are so great. I love it. Like when you go to a ball game or something, like this is a South Carolina Stingrays. But I love keeping these for stuff like this. My husband thinks they're his. And everything ends up making its way to the soaping area. All right. This video has been so long. I'm just gonna go ahead and start piping. I know I have made such a huge mess. I don't need that anymore. Press it down. All right, so for a snail trail, I just touched her. I'm just kind of pulling up and then going back. I know this isn't like exactly what a snail trail is. I guess it's my version of it. And this tip can do so much. Like, just a matter of squeezing the least bit more and you get these giant billowy, oh, it's just beautiful. I actually wanted it a little runnier than this for the first layer, but because these are so big, I may not need to. I may just need like one more. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm loving these. I'm gonna do a little mini snail trail on the side of this one. This is such a big tip. With this, it's kind of important to so there's that. I'm going to move that aside and go to the next one. I'm just going to do a few because I need to refill this sucker. I'm going to go ahead and refill it. All right, stick that in there. So this is what it looks like so far. Snail trails. But, and the piping is warm. It's very, very warm. Which, I don't mind it. There's not anything wrong with it. It's definitely heating up a little bit, but I don't have any fragrance oil or anything in there, so. Go ahead and, what I did find though is one time when I used this tip and I did not use a coupler, it heated up and the tip actually totally slipped out of the bag. I'm not really sure why it did that. That was really strange, but I guess just the heat. I really enjoy piping. I used to, like I said, I have 4 daughters, and my oldest is 22, then 18, then 14, and then Isabella is 11. And ever since my oldest one was young, I had to, back then when we were allowed to bring like home-baked goods to class, I made homemade cupcakes and cakes, and for the basketball team, for the classroom, for the teachers, and I loved it so much. Really enjoyed it. Even though I understand why they don't allow, most places don't allow to bring baked goods anymore like that, homemade. I mean, I don't want a store-bought cupcake. Kids normally don't care, but like if it's not homemade, I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with it. I can buy it. I can buy it. My kids are that way though. They were spoiled that way though, I guess. But even if I didn't know what I was doing, because I was such a young mom, I taught myself and I learned and I picked up a book and I read. I wanted to try to do the best I could do, and I did it. Picked up, read, you know, and when my oldest 2 were really little, well, I guess Georgia's 18 now, but when she was a baby, there was no such thing as the internet. I mean, it was just coming out, AOL dial-up, so there wasn't any way to find out neat things. Like our kids are so spoiled now. They can just look anything up on the internet and find out what they want. I can too, and it's such an amazing tool to have. But oh man, I used to make crafts and do stuff like that, and I had to find a printer. And once, you know, once Georgia was about 2, I homemade all kinds of crafts and things like that, and yeah, and that was so much fun. But you had to find a printer. There was no, you know, just Googling. You were lucky to find anything that you were looking for. But like I said earlier, Isabella is 11, and yes, when she has an entrepreneur mind, there's not many, if any, kids that have that kind of mindset, and she just is excited and loves to make crafts, and she's very artsy, loves to make art. So now I'm just doing snail trail number 2. Just, whoa! Okay. I know if any of y'all have ever had that happen, just spit at me. The piping bag spit at me. It's a, when there's an air pocket in it. Whoa. By no means am I any kind of piping pro whatsoever. But if I want to learn something just like anybody else, I'm going to pick up a book. I'm going to look it up on the internet. If I want to learn something new, that's what you have to do. And, she just knew what she wanted to do, but didn't know how to execute it. And so that's where I came in. There it spit again. My oldest daughter, that's 22, oh, it's telling me my battery's low. I don't know why, I've only been on here for an hour. My oldest daughter, that's 22, is an artist. She's an amazing artist. I'm like moving. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh my goodness. I am seriously like, look how crooked that is. That is a disaster. I don't know. It's hard when I'm not facing it. These pumpkins are gonna go in here somewhere. This is gonna be so pretty though. We have an idea for another soap. Well, we have lots of ideas, but all of these soaps have been designed and planned by Isabella. And I'll have to show you a couple of the pictures and just see what you think about them. I mean, it's messy and just kind of scrabbled. Okay, that's out of the way. Get the group ready. All right, this is ready. Let's see if I can find it. So, first up was, so I don't know if you can see this, but this is the watermelon soap. So it's supposed to be green, swirled, hot pink, piping watermelons. Let me see if I can show you one of the soaps. Okay, so here's her soap bars. Some of them had they're already shrink wrapped. That's her logo and everything. But that one has like a melon on top and a piece on the side, but some of them just had 2 pieces that were cut like that and didn't have one on the top, and so that's kind of where that came in. So that was the watermelon one. Okay, this one's kind of a mess at this point, but this is the key lime pie soap that she did. Well, we did. And at first we thought we might do 3 ombre colors, but the fragrance oil got a little warmer, so we did 2, and then we piped and did that on the side. And then so there's this one. You can see it. We did some shreds on top to look like little key lime shreds, and so see, there's a little crust at the bottom. And I'll show you the other ones in a moment. I need to get this in the cup so we can pipe this. But so she had a few designs. I don't think the blueberry one's in there. But she has done such a great job. I'm just extremely proud of her. Designing, coming up with names, paying somebody to make her logo for her. She's just coming a long way. For an 11-year-old competition gymnast who practices gymnastics 16 hours a week right now. It will be 20 hours a week starting in a week from now. She'll be practicing 20 hours a week. Or 19 or 20. So, but she's a level 7 competition gymnast and she loves it, and that's why she started this business. So before I do that, I'm actually, let's see, we have the shimmer gold powder here. So let me see, I'm trying to see how I can sprinkle this if that's possible. If I want to shimmery, I want to sprinkle this. Okay, I'm gonna take, I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna take this spoon that logically does not fit in there. I'm just gonna sprinkle this on very lightly. Something about the gold in the fall, and I just love it. Oh, that's a lot. Well, I actually love it at Christmas too. I love it, period. I actually do have a little mini strainer and a little, let me get that, I have a tea. Sometimes I don't think. This thing is amazing. Ooh. Yes, yes. This is so great. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. But I want to put the glitter on it first so I can might be too much. Bella is going to say, "Oh my gosh, Mom, that's too much." Looks like a glitter fairy came and paid a visit. Well, I just gotta finish the rest that's in here, don't I? Of course I do, of course. All right, there's that. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and start putting these pumpkins on before this sets up hard as a brick on us. All this piping is, but I gotta get the pumpkins. What should we do? Okay, we're gonna get them on. All right, so first, I'm gonna, there's that. I've learned that I'm trying to breathe and not breathe all of the soap, but it's so hard not to cut these things when you're, no. When you watch videos, you know, everybody thinks that they can do it so much better. I don't think that when I watch people's soap. Because I totally understand. I was already soaping really when we were watching. Did I just put it upside down? No, that one's just missing the top. Okay. I'm like, what happened to it? But we were already like making soap when we started watching videos. We kind of, I guess, we're kind of watching everybody just now. We love watching everybody's soap videos and rooting everybody on. I feel like there's no need to be competitive. I mean, most of us live like completely on the other side of the earth, if not, you know, cities, states. There is millions of people, billions in this world. We don't need to argue and bicker. We need to work together, share ideas. If you came up with a soap idea, good job, great for you, but there is no need to bicker and complain. And there is something I do have to say, actually. I really appreciate everyone who has been just such a light and just so wonderful and kid-friendly to watch. There are some people who are not, and that's fine. Maybe they don't, you know, they don't care. It's fine. I mean, to each his own. But one day, when we're gone, there are going to be people that take our place. And so we need to remember that there are millions of kids on YouTube that would like to watch our videos. And it would be really nice if it was appropriate for them. It doesn't mean that we have to act childish, not that anything's wrong with that, but it just needs to be, I feel like I appreciate you guys that make it appropriate for my child to watch. That's helped her become a soap maker, so I really appreciate you guys so much. It makes it difficult when people talk about drama and use bad language. Not that they don't hear it in the world or anything, but I feel like this is a creative place for creative minds. And it can get stressful at times. I totally understand that. I realize that. But I really enjoy this. And I really enjoy my children being able to watch it and appreciate it. So I feel like it's a great platform. And so Katie Carson, if you are listening, I appreciate you for being a light to my child and being positive to my child. Not that you were speaking directly to her or anything, but the fact that she can watch your channel and be uplifted and encouraged and not feel worse and feel beat down by the world and discouraged and frustrated and all that nonsense. I'm just thankful for that, so I appreciate it.